Hello again everyone and welcome back to Skyrim. We are here in Solstheim now for the first full episode here in Solstheim. We just landed here. We had a conversation with what was he called? The second councillor or something along those lines, the second chancellor? But yeah, he gave us a little bit of information about Mirak. He seems a bit suspicious to me, but basically it says we need to investigate the shrine and search for information about Mirak. He said it might be related to that shrine over there, but we're not sure.
Yeah.
So he's the one to talk to about passage back to Skyrim, so we don't need to speak to him for a while. Let's go and have a good wander around Raven Rock then. Let's get the lay of the land. Let's get to know the people of Solstheim and see if we can really forge a path here.
Obey our laws, or suffer the consequences.
These voice actors are very different.
They want to give Tel Mithrin a wide berth. I don't like the looks of that place one bit.
No, that one's very much got the old the very much dark elf English sort of accent going for him. So this is called the Bulwark.
If you intend to wander Solstheim, you do so at your own risk.
Fair enough. So this must be like the guard barracks of the town, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's an evidence chest. Yeah, that's fair. There's bone mold armor, which obviously is quite different from what we're used to. Okay. The jail is just across.
Wild Nords and ash wastes.
So out there is just carnage, basically. It's just a ravaged wasteland, according to that guy, anyway.
If you're looking for the East Empire Company, they've been gone for over 100 years. Try Windhelm.
Yeah, no East Empire Company here.
Go along,
Is there?
Outlander.
Okay, so we won't go outside the bulwark just yet. Let's have a good look around. Kerelius House, that is locked. The Ulan Ancestral Tomb. I'll go in here. I don't know what I expect to find in here, but various urns and urn-related activities are in here. Ash Vam. Temple Ancestral Tomb requires key. This looks like something that can be filled up potentially, I'm not sure. I think I remember a guy from Oblivion called Fafisulan, if I remember correctly, but... Or maybe it's from Morrowind, I'm not sure. That's the Morvain Ancestral Tomb, okay. The veteran guy, Morvain Manor.
I walk the bulwark in night.
Oh, is it that bad, is it? Okay.
Can I help you?
Can I help you? Sindri
You were able
Arano.
to venture outside of town. Perhaps you could help me recover something precious that was lost.
You mentioned that you lost something?
A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived.
Oh, it's been lost. Was it aboard a ship?
Yes, the Strident Squall, or something like that. The damn thing sunk right off the coast of Solstheim. Can you imagine?
Typical, am I right? How do you know?
One of the sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to Raven Rock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Redoran Guard about the wreck and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers.
Crawling with reavers? What are reavers, I wonder? Okay, I'll see if I can find the book for you.
Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom. My husband is second
Locate
counselor,
Sindri's folio
so I
from the wreck of a
certainly have
Strident
the means to
Squall.
reward you if you find my folio.
Also,
How
you're
much
that
longer do you
fellow's
intend to
second.
serve as his
Okay.
shield, Admiral?
The Redoran Council tasked me with keeping
So Adriel was
Admiral
the second
alive,
councillor who we've already
which
spoken
I've
to.
done without question for over 100 years. He's the closest thing I've had to a brother, and we all owe him our lives. Am I to suddenly turn my back?
I'm sorry, my love. It's this island. It's never felt the same since we left Vardenfell. It's as though a part of me is missing.
Every Dunmer left a piece of themselves behind when they departed our homeland. All we can do is make the most of what we have.
Well said, well said.
You aren't here with bad news regarding my husband, are you? I couldn't bear it.
I mean, your husband's right there, so I'm going to
His
presume
second
no.
counselor. It's been a long
Who's your
time.
husband?
Admiral Arano, second counselor of Raven Rock. How I hate that title. Damn fool's going to get himself killed over it
I
someday.
mean, he's lasted 100 years, so he's done it okay. You worry much on your husband's behalf?
He's in grave danger, and yet he continues to place himself
Who
in
exactly
harm's
is
way.
after your husband?
When I fall asleep at night, all I can do is hope he'll still be there when I awaken. This island was never meant for us. There's too much death here.
Oof. Perhaps you should return to Morrowind.
I assure you, if I could convince Admiral to do that, I'd be on the next ship back to Blacklight. Unfortunately, Admiral and Councillor Morvain are very close friends, and they will never abandon one another, despite my feelings.
You haven't told him how you feel?
I'm the wife of a second counselor, and certain things are expected of me. The most important thing is that I stand by Admiral no matter how I feel, and I intend to do that until we get off this miserable rock.
You're a very loyal wife, anyway, I tell you that. Where are you from originally?
Admiral and I lived in Blacklight, the capital city of Morrowind. House Redoran has improved Blacklight substantially over the last 1,000 years. Its grandeur rivals that of Mournhold itself. The root spire where the Council of Great Houses meet is something to behold.
Okay, it sounds like quite a
I
sight.
haven't seen the city in over 50 years. Even for a Dunmer, that seems like an eternity. Regardless, I hope to return there someday, which doesn't seem likely given my husband's commitment to Councillor Morvain.
One day, one day. Do you know someone called Mirak?
Why does that sound so familiar? There's no one here by that name, and yet I swear I've heard it.
Where did you hear the name?
I don't know. It almost feels
Ah,
like
there
a
we go. I don't need to
dream.
investigate the shrine anymore. Reach the
Something
Temple of
like a
Mirak.
temple on the island.
Does Mirak have some weird, influence over everyone? That he kind of... Everyone knows he's there, but no one quite knows why or
My
where.
husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward you if you find my folio.
Right, Leril, I'll speak to
On
you.
behalf of House Redoran and as Councillor of Raven Rock, I bid you welcome.
Do you rule all of Solstheim?
Solstheim is theoretically under my rule, but without revenue from the mine, I lack the resources to actually govern anything but Raven Rock itself. Not that there's much beyond the confines of our town anyway.
Right, Ravenlock is the only settlement on the island?
Well, there's a small enclave of Nords to the north in Scar Village. They pretty much keep to themselves, and we both like it that way. Then there's Tel Mithrin to the east. The Telvanni live out there. Sort of a strange lot. But since we're both from
Oh yeah,
Morrowind,
House
we
Telvanni,
get
of
along.
course.
Other than that, Solstheim is crawling with bandits and weaklings. But that's to be expected living in a frontier like this.
What happened to the mine?
It used to be one of the richest ebony mines in Morrowind, but it dried out years ago. Now, we're barely holding out here. Without the mine, Raven Rock doesn't feel like it can last much longer.
What is House Redoran?
You've never heard of House Redoran?
I mean, I
We're the
have. but-
mightiest of the great houses, and we lead
I mean,
the
I was
council,
always a backer of House
the
Lalu,
ruling
but,
body
you know.
of Morrowind.
You mean there's no Jarl?
This isn't Skyrim, Outlander.
What? No
A
Jarl?
group of powerful and influential Dunmer families have been ruling Morrowind for millennia. They embody a council made up of 5 great houses: Telvanni, Drez, Indoril, Sadras, and Redoran.
Oh, so there's no House Lalu anymore. Okay, but you said Redoran leads the council.
Well, of course. With 4 other houses on the council, someone has to keep the rabble organized. Our house leads the council by virtue of our preeminence in battle, wisdom, and ancestral glory.
Sounds rather complicated.
Yes, I imagine it would to someone not of our people. If you're interested in pursuing the subject, help yourself to any of the historical volumes in my library.
Fair enough. Do you know someone called Mirak?
Do I? What a strange thing. It sounds so familiar, and yet I cannot place the name.
Can you tell me anything about him?
I'm not even sure. I can picture a temple here on Solstheim. Must have been a bad
Yeah,
dream.
definitely must be like some weird, like,
My doors are open.
influence he has. It's a bizarre one, but it's interesting, it's intriguing, for sure. More Vein Manor Chambers, we don't need to go in there, I don't think. Okay, let's go back out to
Glover Mallory
regular old
was wonderful
Solstein
with
then.
the old hammer and anvil. He mended me armor.
I don't know where Serana's gone, by the way, but yeah. Who's this gent? Oh, a travelling bard. Oh! Come with me, bard.
Why? What do you want?
I want to show you something. It's important. You really must come.
Fine. If it will get you to leave me alone, lead the way.
Yeah, just come over here. Just around this corner. Right here. Just got a quick save. Oh, damn it, I can't. That was the worst sneak attack anyone's probably ever seen ever, but you know what? It worked. So how's everyone doing today? Everyone doing well? Good stuff. Nice. Let's carry on.
As the wife of the second counselor of Dragonborn, it would be my pleasure.
Right. So this is the blacksmith, correct?
Always nice to speak to someone from the mainland.
Do you know someone called Mirak?
Mirak.
Or Mirak? I'm not
Sure,
sure
I've heard
how
that
you
name
name it. The
before.
name's actually pronounced,
Haven't
but
I? Was it in a dream?
so another one
May
who
your path
has
be
half heard of him.
free.
Glover
You haven't
Mallory.
seen Cresh's Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again.
What's all the fuss? Why all the fuss over a simple pickaxe?
No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe.
An ancient Nordic
they don't
pickaxe?
exactly grow on
Okay.
trees, you know.
Can't you just get the guard to find crashes?
I prefer to handle these things on my own.
Convenience.
Look, if you see Cresius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble.
I noticed the shadow mark by your door.
Well, it's been a long time.
Oh, yeah,
since
it's
someone
part of
from
the- it's a member of the
guild's
Thieves
bothered to
Guild,
make
is
their
he?
way out here. So tell me, how's my brother
Oh, Mallory,
Delvin?
of
Still
course.
spending his
Oh,
nights at the
Delvin.
Lion Flag and trying to win Vex's heart?
Yep, exactly. He's well.
Good to hear. Damn layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine?
Oh, this is Delvin's
Anyway,
brother.
I
I
suppose
did
you're
not
looking
expect
for
to
work.
see
I have bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone.
nothing at all.
Eager to make some coin, eh? That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle.
The Thieves Guild has a problem out here.
Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back. And besides, it's really my problem anyway. I caused it.
What did you do?
A fellow Breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up on my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us.
He stole something from you, right?
That he did, right out from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years
Improved
to perfect.
ball mold, eh? Where's Esmond Tyne now?
Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings at Castle Karstag.
Castle
I
Karstag,
told
that
him he was
name rings
crazy
a bell.
to even think about talking to those vicious
dear.
little buggers, but he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse of coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there.
I'll get that formula back for you, eventually.
You do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed.
Okay. Have an investment too, I
Excellent.
guess.
I think you'll be glad. Thank you. I'll be sure to put it to good use.
How did you end up in Raven Rock?
A fine question, and the one that I hear most often from visitors to our town. I wish I had a more romantic tale to tell, but I was simply seeking my fortune and chose Raven Rock to ply my trade. Besides, knowing how to repair bone mold armor wasn't very useful in Riften.
Fair. Who taught you that?
I had a friend over there, a dark elf named Van Rife, a very talented armor smith. Spent a lot of time with the guy swapping smithing techniques. Learned a heck of a lot, including how to repair bone mold. After he moved on to greener pastures, I decided to pack up, move out here, and put those lessons to the test. Been here ever since.
What's an ancient Nordic
It's
pickaxe?
the only tool tough enough to crack Stalrim, is what it is.
Oh wow.
Not many of those beauties left in the world. Forging them is a lost art. The one Crescius borrowed came from the Skull village up north. I, traded them some goods for it.
Traded, you say? Okay. Is Stalrim a type of ore?
Calling Stalrim an ore is like calling my forge a campfire. Some folks say it's enchanted ice, but I think there's more to it than that.
I assume it's rare.
I don't think I've come across more than a chunk or two in my lifetime, and smithing's my trade. If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull Village. Someone there's bound to know more about it than I do.
Scar Village, got you. Do you know someone called Mirak?
No, wait. Maybe. I don't know how I know that name.
Which is it, yes or no?
I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about
So
this.
weird, this, isn't it? Right, what have you got for sale
The
then?
finest weapons and
What's
armor.
a Raven Rock merchant got for sale? So you got Bone Mold armor, which is all heavy, of course. Chitin armor of major restoration. Chitin boots. Chitin heavy helmets. Chitin plates. That helmet looks so funny. Not gonna lie, it looks. It just doesn't look right at all. You got some bow and arrows. I'll buy those. They're always useful. Nordic Brother Lethargy, pickaxe, sure grip, Stalrim armor. Nothing massive that I really want to sell on, to be honest. Glass armor of Remedy, probably get rid of that. That'll do.
You tell Crescius he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
Very well.
I got those special poisons you asked.
Why don't you say that even louder, so the
My
entire
husband
town
Randall
can
here.
hear you, idiot? Just give them to me and put it on my account.
About your account.
Your visit here will be tolerated.
I said to put it on my account, and that's the end of it. Understand?
He seems a bit violent as old Morgul, doesn't he? Okay, who else have we got here? Adril
I've
again.
sworn to keep Councillor Morvain safe, and I intend. I don't think so.
Yeah, we already know this.
The
Milo
man has
EM.
Looking for any potions? Ingredients? Alchemical supplies?
I'm not sure.
You're selling quite a few exotic ingredients.
Yes, I'm proud to say that I grow or harvest most of it myself. I only wish I had a better source for netch jelly. Those creatures are difficult to track down since it's so dangerous.
Netch
beyond
jelly,
all.
okay. I could gather some for you.
That would be splendid. I'd be
Netch
more
jelly
than
for
happy to give you
Milo
something for the
EM.
effort.
Okay. Do you know someone called
I
Mirak?
don't think so. Though it sounds like a name I've heard before.
Can you tell me anything about him?
I hear that name, and I see.
Okay.
Take a look.
What do you got for sale? Ash hopper jelly. Interesting. You got some healing stuff? Ultimate healing, nice. And plentiful healing. Give me those. Give me those.
Remember, we are watching.
Always nice to speak to someone from the mainland.
Okay,
If you're looking for supplies,
abandoned building.
you can go where you please, but I'd say stay inside the bulwark if I were you.
It's a very ominous warning there, isn't it? Confessions of a Dunmer Skooma Eater. So, I'm assuming that must be a hell of a book to read. This abandoned building must have some purpose, because there's no way there'd be nothing in here apart from this empty area. We'll probably have to meet someone in here at some point, I imagine. That seems quite likely to me. Severin Manor?
Lost?
I'm always lost. So this
My
is
husband
Severin.
Randall feared
Mary
visitors
Severin.
would shun Raven Rock.
Always a
I'm glad
pleasure
see
to
he was
watch when a
mistaken.
man like you walks by.
I'm flattered, I think.
That's not someone who lives in Raven Rock, I don't think. But it sounds so familiar. Maybe.
There we go.
I can't help but think of...
Vendel Severin?
Oh, wait. Do I?
Why would that be?
No, I'm sure of that.
Yet longer must we stay in this...
Everyone knows something about Merak, but no one knows exactly about Merak. It's a weird... It's a weird situation. Constantly weird situation. There's a lot of plaques here. Why is there so many plaques? I don't know. Is this meant to be a potential player house? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
I've seen the way you look at her. Do you take me for a fool?
Look, dearest, what I do on my own time is my business.
Oh,
You stick to your business.
have we got a domestic here, or? Sounded like a domestic to me.
I hope you enjoy your stay.
I think she knows.
She's jealous. Can't say that I blame her.
She's right there, you know.
If you take a leave of your senses, we could be exposed, ruined. 10 years of planning, all for nothing.
It's your choice, Father. Anytime you want to end it, you just give the...
Is she not really his their daughter? Oh, it's just. I'm not gonna even get involved in that right now. I'm sure it'll come up at a later date. Who else have we got to speak to at the moment? Ian Farm can't go in there.
I'll
Morgrel.
give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way. No, wait. I don't know.
Miserable.
I feel strange
This
just
island's
thinking
nothing but a
about
pile of rubble.
temple,
What's the point
maybe.
trying to make a life
Here on the
here?
You don't like it on Solstone?
Something
Don't
about
like
a
it.
temple.
I hate it. Every day it's the same thing. We open the shop, we hardly sell a thing, we close the shop and go to sleep. What kind of a life is that?
It's true. Why not return to Morrowind?
Oh, believe me, I'd be on the first ship off this miserable island if I could. But I'm not sure I could do that to my father. I think it would break his heart. We've already lost my mother. I don't want to leave him alone.
Oh, bless. How did your mother die?
We lived in a settlement, perhaps a league from the border of Black Marsh, the homeland of the Argonians. Even though the Argonian invasion ended a long time ago, there are still a few scale-skinned clans that live within our borders. To put it simply, they attacked our settlement and slaughtered almost everyone. It was horrible.
That is rough.
Keep yourself safe. Solstine's
Welcome to
still
Raven Rock, traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown food?
What exactly is ash-grown food?
Dunmer have been growing food in the ashlands for thousands of years. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. And now, with the constant eruptions of the Red Mountain, it's more important than ever.
Is magic involved?
No. Only the Telvanni have the ability to weave living growth from the ash. This simply takes the right ingredients, the right tools, and a lot of patience.
Okay, what do you got for
Just
sale?
got some of my merchandise off the latest supply ship.
A
See if
lockpick.
anything strikes your fancy.
And pretty much that's it in terms of what we desperately want. Okie dokes.
Next time you're hungry, stop by.
Want
Fethesalo.
to buy anything, or just laugh at our misfortunes?
Is sales that bad out here?
Bad? What if I told you that you're the first person that's even considered looking at my wares today? I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire Company and see if they need an extra hand in Windhelm.
Oof, that bad. You have friends at the East Empire Company?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself
Oh, yeah.
more than once. You know, the lady who runs the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse...
I'm aware of who she is. You don't need to flex. Come on. Okay.
Ah, you're just like the rest of the folks around here.
Charming.
Mark my words. The East Empire Company will return to Raven Rock. And when they do, I'll be at the top of their list.
Okay. What exactly do you sell
The
here?
question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it.
Where did you get all these items?
Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town. Oh, Glover Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up.
Okay, did you sell any special mining gear?
Mining gear? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item.
What's an East Empire pendant?
It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point. A kind of reward for...
Oh, how exciting. That's basically the equivalent of a work pizza party.
I'd love to get my hands on a few of them.
Where can you find them?
They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place to start. If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you.
I'll get you some of those. Cool. What have you got for
Just
sale then?
what you see here.
Anything nice? Ebony arrows, I'll buy those. Octus, Clockpick. Schnucks, Fire and Faith. I don't know what that is. Sounds like it could be interesting. Okay. Well, I think on that note, guys, I think we are going to leave this episode here. We shall continue exploring Raven Rock and potentially beyond the Bulwark in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Skyrim. Have a beautiful day, guys. Bye-bye.